okay, so you don't have to wait too long. Ray goes for it. He's, he wants he wants this. He thinks he also is maybe underestimating or doesn't think that these guys, they're that impressive.
Yeah, I think gratitude just is like, if these people capture me, they're gonna kill me. I mean, I think she's getting the chills down her spine and stuff. These people are, yeah, they're really creepy, like almost inhuman creepy. So yeah.
Yeah. So I'll give you one die for trying to pull something out of your ass here.
Yeah, this is not good. This is very bad. Um, yeah, so there's nothing relevant here. I think I just have my one die.
Oh,
Because there's no traits here. All right.
Wow.
Let's see here. It's a 5.
There you go.
Very close.
So so Ray fires. Ray doesn't fire. Ray pulls up to fire, and the woman just sort of calmly just sort of pulls the trigger, and it's like it's a small caliber gun, so it obviously makes a noise, but it's not like firing like a Colt Python or something. So it makes it makes a noise, and it stops Ray. Like he's kind of gut shot there. It stops Ray. And as Gratitude kind of turns to scramble, as you're kind of saying to kind of scramble in this, the man, the guy twin, reaches out and grabs her arm and kind of puts her in an arm lock.
Yeah.
And I think he'll be kind of mean about it, because he is an evil person, and kind of really twist it in and like make sure she drops her gun, and then push her on the ground. And so she's now like on the ground. She can look across and see Ray on the ground, like holding his like his abdomen, and with again like and then the woman is going to walk over and kind of look down at Ray and kick his gun out of his, kind of gently kick his gun sort of away from him.
Yeah. And I think Gratitude isn't, pleading for her life or doing anything like that. She's getting really, really, really quiet and like thinking into herself, She probably can't do this because, this person has her arm pinned or whatever. But she's just like getting really quiet and like, almost catatonic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I do want to check in with Willie just to make sure Ron, you were saying Willie had some things he might want to do, but
that was in reference to the fact that I don't think he's up for it right now.
Right. Okay. So, I don't want to leave you hanging too long, Ron, but
don't, please, I'm enjoying myself. Gratitude has had this
perfect.
coming for 3 sessions.
Yes, she definitely has. So now there's a couple things that are still sort of wild cards in this situation. So is there anything else you want to do? So, I mean, yes, you're definitely in a bad position. You're kind of down. The guy will kind of, again, I think he'll, now that you're kind of, he got you down on the ground. I think he's kind of kneeling. He's taking like one knee next to you and still holding onto your arm. And he's gonna literally like be, twisting your arm here, and say, so looks like, what are you doing here?
Gratitude like shakes her head, and she's like barely able to speak, like her teeth are so clenched, in like fear.
Yep.
And she's like, she's like the safe through her clenched teeth.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Oh, you can tell. Oh, so
Yeah. I mean, this guy,
oh,
what?
nice.
He could kill me. Might as well
Yeah.
just tell him the truth.
And who sent you? Who told you about it?
Gratitude lies because she's not a snitch.
All right, all right.
And yeah, her teeth are fucking clenching. Like, when you're clenching your teeth so hard you can hear it in your skull.
Yeah,
It's like that. And yeah, which I do a lot, so I know how it feels. She's like, me and the guy you just shot go around these kinds of neighborhoods and look through windows. So, she names like maybe there's some other building. There must be buildings that are as tall as this building around, I assume, right? Like this.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So she names one of the buildings where, and she says we had noticed this safe or something,
Yeah. Yeah, he kind of looks up at that building and sees inside of like he's like, as if he's like measuring the angle to be like, okay,
Right.
I guess that could be the case. And so yeah, I don't know that he's inclined to believe you completely. On the other hand, I don't know that we need to necessarily roll about it just because I'm not I don't know.
I think it's clearly a lie. I mean, she says that they saw the safe from another building. I think it's like clearly a desperate lie. Yeah.
So
I doubt the safe is positioned so that a casual glance through a window.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, there's no way. And yeah, there's no.
So he's sort of kind of like he kind of maybe sees through it, but he's contemplating this now or think about he's just kind of he's thinking to himself a little bit, and then he'll turn yeah. So
I'm just wondering what Polly's doing.
Well, yes, me too.
Yeah.
So
yeah, there has been a gunshot, however quiet.
Yep.
So.
Oh, for sure. So, I mean, I guess I should say that what she would be doing, so we can kind of, I think we do have to do this. What she would be doing would be so she hears that and wants to see what's going on, and she moves in so that she can kind of see what's going on, and is now sort of waiting for an opportunity to do something. So that's kind of how I see that. Like to kind of,
right.
If we I don't know, if this was the movie, we'd see that happening too, or right. we would maybe know that was happening. I don't mean that to be hidden information for your decision making. Although, and whether Gratitude would expect her to be, Gratitude would probably expect her to maybe be like curious, or rather than just
I think definitely because the other guy's name, I'm so sorry, the other guy's name is Ray, right?
Yeah, so
Ray and she are like, we're together, so.
Exactly, right, exactly. So this isn't just like at least the bond between them is at least somewhat there. So actually, you'd be able, I think probably the way I'm actually envisioning this isn't like just me pulling something out of my butt here, but the way I'm envisioning this, you would actually be able to, and because where to look, so you'd actually do have if you look in that penthouse plan from where you are, you would be able to kind of see, if you're in front of the terrace, you would be able to kind of see into that kitchen area that goes
to
the service room, and could kind of see her. Just the barest outline, there's no lights on in the kitchen. So the barest her barest outline in there.
Okay.
And she's, and we know as audience maybe, but Gratitude probably can't make out this detail, but we know that she's like really upset about Ray being there and also doesn't want to get that happen to her, but she's sort of stuck.
Yeah. This is interesting. So I think we established that gratitude's pretty high,
Yes. Oh
and
yeah.
and so she's probably feeling it, she can like hear her heart beating like crazy in her head because now she's super terrified and
And
she's being like pinned on the ground. So she's like, yeah, so she starts to kind of like shake and shiver a bit. Um, and I think her head's kind of darting if she, around. So like, 1 second it'll focus on Polly a bit. Sorry, there's like loud fire truck stuff. Okay, it's gone. Yeah, like she's just her head's darting and like looking at a lot of different stuff. This is probably when she sees Polly, like it's one of the the things that her eyes kind of catch on to.
Yep.
But I think she's held in a pretty bad position here, and she knows these people could just kill her. So I think she's waiting for them to prompt her, or something to happen to her. She's trying to like just contain her fear, basically.
Okay. So they're so they are I think he sort of he goes from curiosity, now it's sort of like looking at gratitude with some contempt almost, like you know not, this isn't what a what kind of a low class of crook we've got here,
Right.
So
Yeah.
he'll say to he'll say to his companion, and I think that's the sign. Like I think they take it as like you're out of it. I mean, I think they take it as like this is gratitude breaking down, and so there's sort of he's not like turning his back on you by any means, but he's kind of like, okay, she's down, and now they are going to be moving into, okay, we need to sort out this situation now, and notably, they are not calling the police, or they aren't like
Right.
doing the
Oh,
things
yeah.
normal people would do if
Right.
you caught someone breaking in. I mean, none of this is like normal. This is obviously this is or should I say they're not, I shouldn't say they're not calling the police. I should say they are not, like I said, they're not behaving like in like a normal way that someone is, but they are going to start like taking care of business. And he says to her, like, I'll get something for, I'll get something for him. And he points at Ray, and then he's going to leave you, he'll leave you kind of quivering there. He picks up your gun. He puts it in the pocket of his coat there, his jacket, and then he's gonna go into another room, and then and she's the woman is has her has her gun on you, and is now kind of that Ray is now that Ray has sort of stopped breathing and burbling and everything like that, she'll come over to you. Then she kind of walks over to you to kind of look, kind of look closer at you.
Oh, no.
She's
You got this
she's
creepy
getting that
head turned from him, and now you got it from her.
she's giving you a look, and he's gonna say, I don't really think you can pull off that style, dear. Just to be insulting, just to be gratuitously like mean, like for no other reason than that. But I think that's at the moment that Polly sees this as her chance to act. The other guy's out of the room, and so you then can see Polly coming up. Like now, Polly's coming up behind her.
Okay, I know what gratitude's gonna do here. So gratitude is gonna do I know what gratitude's gonna do here? So he sees Polly's approaching. I think no, I think she's actually doing this. I don't think there's anything. I feel like she just is literally counting on Polly at this point. Like she's in this zone of like, I am utterly defenseless.
Yeah.
And she's just trying not to look at Polly, actually. I think she's just trying to look at anything but her. Maybe she actually turns her head and like looks this woman in the eyes, and after she says that insult. Not with like any kind of anger on her face, just kind of like a dead expression with like her face all clenched up and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, and you know what she does? Actually, this is what she does. She looks at her and she lets out like a really pitiful sob, and she starts crying kind of loudly.
Yeah.
Hopefully to kind of mask Polly's walking.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I know.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Thought balloon. Come on, Polly. Right.
Yeah, exactly. And she starts saying, she starts gibbering, like nonsense about, don't hurt me. I didn't know what was gonna be here. I feel like I'm gonna throw up. I'm so fucked up. All this like.
I love.
And she probably does feel like she's gonna throw up. Honestly, like she probably
I love gratitude.
is.
She's great.
Yeah.
She's like, so let's roll then. Let's see. This is
all right.
You can only go down from here, right?
Jesus Christ. Yeah.
So we'll say 2. I'll give you 2.
Oh man.
Okay. And is cutthroat manipulation good here? I mean, it's the way the actual mannerisms aren't very cutthroat, but I don't know.
Intent maybe.
The intent maybe. So what do you think about that?
I think you're being manipulative. You've got no pool and you're wetting yourself on the ground almost. So
yeah. All right, so I have 4 dice.
I'll say you're trying to pull it together. We'll see.
Are there dire consequences here possible? I mean,
For gratitude?
Yeah.
No.
No.
Oh no,
Yeah.
this is really bad for gratitude. I almost wish.
Like I say, you're not getting off easy.
Sam,
She's not getting off easy.
Yeah, my way of looking at this is if you don't roll and just do whatever the twins make you want to, let them take you somewhere or something, they're just going to shoot
Right.
Polly anyway.
Yeah.
This is your one chance to save Polly, not
Yes, exactly.
condemning her.
Right. Exactly.
So-
Yeah. That's how that's sort of how. Yeah.
4 dice. No ones. Oh man.
Oh,
Jesus.
that one hurts.
That
that one hurts.
That really hurts. Oh.
Oh, that was with 4 whole dice.
I know. And
Oh
he
my
did.
goodness.
He did 6
How
dice
big
last
it was,
time.
though. Yeah.
It's the unwon.
So I'll say this is just so I like it that I kind of like it though that gratitude is actually is doing okay. And you do get like she like so the female twin is really like is kind of fascinated by this, and she's sort of like happy that she's gotten you to break down this way. Like she's really reveling in this thing, and Polly's coming up behind her. But the guy has kind of in the meantime come back into the room,
right,
and just there's already been kind of one gunshot, so he won't. Well, I mean, there's already been one gunshot, so he just there's another one, and Polly kind of slumps over, and